Weather's just so dang important this morning.
Yeah, we got to get right to it.
Yeah, and she's part of the coverage, too. We'll see Renee in just a sec.
So weather alert here across Arizona with rain making its way to the valley and snow in the high country.
We have team coverage. We are fanned out all over the state. Anita Roman, Justin Lum, both up in the high country. They are tracking the storm. And back here in the valley, Carmen is looking at reports of snowflakes as close as Fountain Hills. That's something, right? And Corey, you're on camera right now. You are in the weather center keeping an eye on the storm. But let's start with Justin up in Show Low. He's got his Michelin Man coat on.
Yes, he does.
I mean, that's good.
He's ready to go. He's smiling.
He's smiling. He's awake. Justin, how are you? Welcome to AZAM.
It's an honor. It's an honor. I know you guys are warm and cozy back in the studio. As for Show Low, bit of a windy morning. I was excited for today. I woke up hoping to see some snowfall, heard the howling wind, looked outside, but no snow yet. And you can see the proof right here, this big old tree next to me, and no snow on it. But if you can see this right now, a little bit of baby flakes starting to come down. And this snow right here on the ground, this is all from earlier this week. So we haven't had any real fresh snowfall here in Show Low. Now, if you're living here and you're expecting it, just be patient because we just might not get the real snowfall until later today. Our photojournalist, Brian Kay, he's going to give you a look at those flags up there right now, and you can see how windy it is. I did speak to Navajo County officials, and they say that there hasn't been any signs of snowfall across the county. As far as driving conditions, it's been fine so far. We've seen snowplows come in with nothing much to plow. But as you know, school is canceled as well. Transit services also canceled. Now, we did speak to people who bought last-minute supplies, shovels, food, all the essentials. They are welcoming the snow. And we did speak to a local business, a bar. Here's what the manager had to say about the incoming storm.
With the more snow, we're going to get more skiers. And that does a lot for the whole mountain, bringing in that business. We have karaoke, so they like to go skiing and then come here for their karaoke and have fun all night.
All right, so fun all night if that snow comes in, and if, as you can see, slowly but surely we are starting to get those flakes. This is wonderful. I can feel it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah, it's pretty beautiful. I'm going to send it to Anita Roman right now where there is actually more snow in Payson. Apparently that's what's going on there. Good morning, Anita.
Justin, what you don't see is that I'm doing my snow dance because, yes, we have snow in Payson. Look at how beautiful it is. The sun is up, so now we can give you a live look, a better look of the snow, a winter wonderland here in Payson. Talked to a couple of doubters last night when we pulled into town, and they said, nah, there's not going to be any snow. It's not going to be a big deal. Well, I think that, you know, earlier this morning I described it as slow and steady, and now maybe fast and furious is what we said because it is really picked up. As you can see, the snow is falling, and if it stays like this all day, I think we might have a little bit of an issue, right? So we chatted with some people early this morning who were up and at it, just talking about when they first noticed the snowfall. Take a listen.
It was pretty steady like it is now, and then it picked up more around 12:31ish, and then started covering the ground a little bit more.
It was a little bit heavier than this, and it was coming down pretty good.
So they're predicting this to be a really huge storm. What's your prediction?
I'm hoping it's as bad as it did 3 years ago. It was pretty deep.
All right, so they said that they first noticed the snow about 11. I woke up around 11, peeked out my patio door. I didn't see anything, so it must have been around that time when it started falling. We probably have maybe 1.5 inches on the ground, Troy and Celeste. So it's accumulating, it's sticking. It's a pretty snowfall.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah. And Corey brought up a great point. You have a patio in your room?
Yeah,
what's Fox 10 do? Are you like in the ultra suite up there?
Yeah, are you in like the presidential suite there in Payson?
What's going on?
Well, I will tell you that when I got here, they upgraded me to the 3-bedroom suite.
Ooh.
But
you got to travel with Anita more often.
But I gave it back. I gave it back. I gave it back, and I said, give it to someone who needs it. Because if there's a family with a bunch of people stuck, they need it more than I do.
Look at that.
And so, yeah, But look I want to show you the roads. Brian Acosta reminded me really quick, point out the roads. Plows are running. We have seen them all morning long here. As soon as it started snowing, plows were already running. They're trying to keep the roads as safe and clean as possible. So I imagine they'll be running all day long.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful shot there.
It is.
Liked the rain dance, or I'm sorry,
The snow dance.
Yeah,
And
very
the
good of
lighting
you.
on you. Big
Yeah,
kudos
there
to
it
Brian
is.
Acosta, too, because the lighting out
boy.
there is amazing.
It's kind of a jazzercise look.
Well done,
wow.
Brian.
Oh, the Brian's in on it. Okay.
That looks like
somebody's phone just
we need to
fell
play
out.
crisscross. Jump around. That's what,
So
I
it's
don't
just
know if
getting
that was
started.
Bell or Biv. Was
or
it DeVoe that jumped in the end there?
I'm not sure. Were there 3 of them?
Yeah. What is happening? What is this? I should get this
A
checked.
snowdrift.
I don't know what it is, but it's growing. I don't want to squeeze it because I don't know.
Oh, that got weird.
That did get weird. I've been watching too much of Dr. Pimple Popper.
oh, that is
Yeah,
the
I know.
worst.
On demand.
What is happening?
I don't know. Anyway, what is happening? Yeah, you should keep control of your set, Troy. You and Celeste, I don't know what you're letting happen around here. But anyway, the future cast, this shows what we expect to see over the next 48 hours. Now, as you look at the red bar at the top there, this is a look at about dinner time tonight. Heavy rain across the desert parts of the state and the snow coming down. Boy, Justin is going to get his wish over in Show Low because there's lots of snow on the way. It's already started there now. And by the time we get to the overnight hours, and again, this is coming from ADOT. Drivers, this is a quote from ADOT. Drivers should consider delaying travel across northern Arizona during the current winter storm because heavy snow or crashes could make roads impassable. So please take their advice. You don't want to be a news story tomorrow or later tomorrow night because you're stuck somewhere. So hunker down, wait it out. And as you can see, by the time we get to Friday evening, this is the way it'll all look. Things should clear out pretty nicely as we get into Saturday. In fact, Saturday is going to show us sunshine. And I've never been at a ski resort after this kind of a snowfall, but we're talking about maybe 2 feet of snow in town in Flagstaff.
Yeah.
It's possible anyway. So that means up on Humphreys Peak at Snow Bowl, who knows, 3, 4 feet?
You want to stay back on your skis and keep your tips up in the powder.
Yeah.
Kind of lean into it.
Okay.
And allow the powder to kind of cushion your turns. Otherwise, you go and face
And then
plant.
have someone afar off getting some great shots of you because those are like magazine-style photographs.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You know what I mean?
Good stuff.
Fresh powder, fresh tracks.
This is going to be fun because I think what we're going to see is throughout this morning is more and more snow piling up, like things are just kind of getting rolling. I think it's fun.
Absolutely. Corey,
Thanks,
thank
Corey.
you. Well, the snow in the high country causing many schools to close this morning.
So Renee is over here looking at that. Good morning, Renee.
Okay, so we're
Renee.
looking at those closures, but first we've got a live look at Flagstaff and Corey talking about that snow that's going to be there. And you can see the accumulation already. If you can kind of make out the street up to the sidewalk, you can see there is plenty of snow there. Now, I don't think that Flagstaff is actually black and white. You know, it just looks
Right.
Just the camera.
black
But
and
I
white
like the
here.
slow pan. Who does
Isn't
that?
that nice?
It's really
That's
nice.
well done.
Yeah, good job, Flag.
Right, and you can see all of the snow piling up on this side of those rooftops too. So that's definitely going to keep on going there, as Corey was saying. And if we can exit out of here, let me show you where you need to go to find all of those school closures, delays, everything. That's right on fox10.com, fox10phoenix.com, that is. And you can see right here, we've got this list, weather-related school closures tab. You're going to want to hit that. That's going to take you to just a really comprehensive list of all the schools, everything that is delayed right now. You can see Basis in Prescott, Beaver Creek School District, also Camp Birdie, Chino Valley Unified School Districts, a couple of those on delays, and also some of them even canceled. So you'll want to scroll through here and keep checking for your school specifically, and that just list goes on. So
Look
Fox
at you,
10
Renee.
Phoenix.
You're very good with the computer. I'm very
I
impressed.
used to do this a little more. So.
Mingus Union High School District?
Mingus Union High School.
Mingus Springs?
Yes, classes are canceled for today. So this is really the source of where you need to go to find all of your closures, all of your delays. We're going to continue to update this throughout the morning and throughout the day as well.
Okay, great. Renee, thank you so much
Thanks,
for
Renee.
that.
Good stuff.
That's something parents are definitely going to want to know this morning. Well, the high country isn't the only place dealing with a whole lot of weather.
So the valley getting a little rain and even some snow flurries in outlying areas.
So Carmen is in Fountain Hills at this hour, and we're hearing, Carmen, there's some flakes coming down that way.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we haven't seen the flakes just yet, but actually what we're seeing is tons of rain. Take a look at this right now. So we just passed up Mayo. We're still in Scottsdale. We're making our way towards Fountain Hills. But photographer Mike Robson and I, we were actually on the west side a little bit earlier this morning, about an hour or so ago. And that way it was sort of hit or miss. We saw some pockets of rain here and there. That's where we thought that the rain was really going to hammer down. But now as we're driving through Scottsdale, making our way towards Fountain Hills, we're seeing tons of rain here this morning. So it's really hitting the windshield pretty hard. And we are noticing that some drivers are sort of slowing down a little bit, obviously making sure that they're extremely cautious. But this is the part of the valley that we're seeing with the most rain, and it's hitting pretty hard. It's sort of piling up on the roads here too. Really, 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 really wet. So if you didn't grab the rain boots or the raincoat on the way out of the door this morning, you might want to go ahead and do that. So Mike and I, we've got our coffee. Well, Mike doesn't drink coffee. He's got his he's got his Kool-Aid juice that he usually likes to use. It's water, he says.
Kool-Aid's good stuff.
It's
extra sugar, please.
Is he going to have one of those Kool-Aid mustaches by the end of the day? All right, good stuff.
Thank you, Carmen.
Okay.
Well, this is unusual here, probably not what tourists wanted to party. We're expecting in Sin City. Can you imagine walking the strip in your teeny dress and all of a sudden it starts snowing?
Yeah, not
You're
a
thinking,
good
wow,
night for a teeny dress.
No, not a good night for it. Nevada Highway Patrol, they're warning motorists to drive slowly and keep enough distance between the cars, because look at this. See these
That's
images
the
here.
Luxor.
Is this crazy?
Yeah, the Luxor's got snow all over it. How about that? Oh, and the snow coming down, the Vegas sign.
Impressive.
McCarran Airport says it's up to the Federal Aviation Administration to decide whether or not flights take to the skies, and you know, they watch obviously all airports across the country. This is the second time they've gotten snow in Vegas in a week. That's weird.
It is odd.
Yeah. Breaking headlines coming out of Chicago this morning.
So Ron is live in the newsroom with new details on the Jussie Smollett case this morning. Ron?
All right, you guys, things are happening in very quick fashion now. Jussie Smollett turned him over to police this morning, facing charges for filing a false police report. That is a Class 4 felony in Illinois. It carries a max of 3 years in prison. Joni Lum in Chicago with the latest now from Fox.
Chicago police negotiated a surrender, and now Empire actor Jussie Smollett is under arrest. He is being processed, and then he will be transported to the Cook County Criminal Courthouse for a bond hearing. In a few minutes, the police superintendent, Eddie Johnson, will brief reporters on what happened with this arrest and where the investigation stands. Police tell us they negotiated the surrender, and it happened at a district station downtown, away from where the media were assembled, another police station where detectives have been working the case. The charges were approved after the men he allegedly hired testified before a grand jury that he had them buy disguises and participate in a staged attack that he reported to police as a hate crime and assault 3 weeks ago. Police worked the case around the clock, uncovering evidence and getting the story from the brothers that they questioned, and now they have Smollett. Smollett apparently was accompanied by his attorney. He didn't make any comment as he went into that police station, and he has that bond court hearing this afternoon. In Chicago, I'm Joni Lum reporting.
We will have an update from Chicago police on this case, guys. That's just about an hour away. We're told to stand by for that starting at 8 o'clock this morning, our time. And, of course, we're going to carry that for you right here on Fox 10.
All right, Ron, thank you.
I still don't get what the end game was with that. What was he hoping to accomplish if he did that?
Yeah, we don't know yet.
He's been on the show a couple of times.
He seems like a really nice guy.
He did, and a smart guy, too. And, you know, it's just so many questions. And who knows what's going on with his background right now, or maybe even his mental fitness or whatever.
And the hard thing, too, is that he's given so many sit-down interviews with media to defend himself and saying, you know, I was, in fact, attacked. And then this happens. Right.
So if you go on my Facebook page, you can comment on that as well. Well, we're talking about right now, we are talking about this big snowstorm.
Absolutely.
Right? It's hitting all over. One of the places expected to get the most most snow is Forest Lakes. It sits right up on top of the rim. So because of that topography, they're supposed to get a lot. I think we're trying to get a phone call. Would you have it or not? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Thumbs down. I'll tell you what, let's take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to try to get this phoner up and talk to a guy there, a battalion chief. Okay, let's go ahead and put live pics up if we have. And, oh, where's this, guys?
So we have crews all over the state, and I mean, from eastern Arizona up to the high country. And this live look here is in Flagstaff.
The one northeast of Flagstaff up there. So
and you can
really
see this is Mount
down.
Eldon.
Yeah, there you go. Remember the shot yesterday we had up there where you could see for miles and miles and miles?
It was
and we were
blue
saying,
skies.
yeah, calm before the storm. So yeah, Flag is the spot right now. Flag is getting pounded. And snowball fight in Payson.
Yes.
This is where Anita was, right?
Yeah, and it looks like these folks are out and about trying to clean up, and the kids, so many schools have snow days today. They have no classes that are being held today, and so you have kids out playing in the snow this morning, and they don't see this much snow very often. I think what we were talking about, numbers expected up to 36 inches. Is that right, Corey? Where's that? In Payson.
Payson, probably not quite that much, but like 31, I believe.
31 inches.
Yeah.
Possibly expected with this storm. And
are they chasing Anita with these snowballs? Is that what's going on?
And with that big shovel?
And this is interesting. Remember, Justin Lum was up here, one of our nightsiders. He made his first appearance here on AZAM this morning. Did a nice job. And so this is a look at what's going on up in Show Low, which is expected. How much Show Low?
Show Low is looking at about 2 feet of snow.
Ooh.
So that's a lot.
And then even more up at Sunrise when you think of the mountain up there, the ski mountain.
Did you enjoy that tap dancing? We tried to kill about 2 minutes trying to get our phone conversation up, and we didn't do it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to break. We're going to come back, and hopefully we have that battalion chief up in Forest Lakes. Stick around.